Picture a time when chaos ruled, where disputes led to bloodshed, and survival depended on the might of your blade. In this harsh world, one man changed history, not with war, but with words carved into stone. Who was Hammurabi? And how did his code shape the foundation of justice for millennia? Ancient Mesopotamia was both a cradle of civilization and a theater of constant strife. City-states like Ur, Lagash, and Babylon thrived thanks to fertile lands and booming trade. But prosperity brought disputes, and with no uniform laws, justice was arbitrary and often brutal. Imagine being a farmer whose neighbor floods your field to steal water, or a merchant who's cheated by a dishonest trader. What recourse did you have? Often the strongest or wealthiest dictated justice. This unchecked chaos sowed division among people and weakened entire kingdoms. When Hammurabi ascended the throne of Babylon in 1792 BCE, he inherited a modest kingdom. But Hammurabi wasn't content with mediocrity. Through shrewd diplomacy and relentless warfare, he expanded Babylon into a Mesopotamian superpower, uniting warring city-states under his banner. But Hammurabi's vision extended beyond conquest. He understood that power rooted solely in fear was fragile. To truly unite his people, he needed order, a system that transcended tribal loyalty and personal vendettas. Thus, the idea of a universal legal code was born. Hammurabi didn't just draft his laws in isolation. He traveled across his kingdom, listening to the grievances of farmers, merchants, and nobles. He aimed to create a set of laws that addressed real-life issues, from property disputes to trade regulations, ensuring his kingdom thrived in harmony. The code wasn't written on parchment or clay tablets. It was etched into a massive black stone stele for all to see. This public display symbolized transparency and justice for everyone, not just the elite. The Code of Hammurabi was groundbreaking in its scope. It consisted of 282 laws, covering everything from trade and agriculture to marriage and criminal justice. These laws didn't just punish wrongdoers, they also aimed to deter crime and ensure fairness in transactions. For instance, a law stated that if a man rented a boat and damaged it, he had to repair or replace it. Another law ensured fair wages. A doctor who saved a life earned a set fee, but if he caused harm, he faced severe penalties. Despite its revolutionary nature, the code was harsh by modern standards. The principle of lex talionis, an eye for an eye, ensured retribution was proportional, but it also instilled fear. If a builder's negligence caused a house to collapse and kill someone, the builder could be executed. Critics might call this barbaric, but in Hammurabi's time these laws were seen as a deterrent to chaos. They aimed to hold everyone accountable, from the richest noble to the poorest farmer. Hammurabi's laws granted women certain protections, which were advanced for the time. Women could own property, initiate divorce, and run businesses. However, the code also reflected the patriarchal norms of the era. For instance, a wife accused of infidelity might have to undergo a trial by ordeal. While imperfect, these laws acknowledged women's roles in society and provided a semblance of security in a male-dominated world. Hammurabi claimed his authority came from the gods, particularly Shamash, the god of justice. The preamble of the code explicitly states this divine connection, framing the laws as sacred and unchallengeable. This divine endorsement reinforced Hammurabi's role as a just and chosen ruler. The Code of Hammurabi didn't vanish with Babylon. Its influence echoed through history, inspiring later legal systems like the Roman 12 Tables and even aspects of modern jurisprudence. Hammurabi's emphasis on public, consistent laws laid the foundation for the rule of law we recognize today. For centuries, the code was forgotten, buried beneath the sands of time. In 1901, a French archaeological team unearthed the stele in modern-day Iran. This discovery was monumental, revealing one of humanity's first attempts to codify justice. Hammurabi's code isn't just an artifact, it's a reminder of humanity's eternal quest for justice. While imperfect, it symbolized a turning point where laws began to govern societies, not just rulers. Hammurabi's code wasn't just about laws, it was about creating order in a chaotic world. It reflected the complexities of human nature, fairness and severity, progress and imperfection. Even today, it challenges us to consider what justice truly means. The Code of Hammurabi was carved in stone, but its message is eternal. How far have we come since the days of Babylon, and how much further do we have to go? So this was the story of world-fast laws. How did you found it? Tell us your opinions in the comments, and forget not to subscribe the channel for more interesting stories from the past.